Hold on, guys. Pause it. Alright, so we're watching. Alright, I'm gonna do this. Planet Earth 2. No, 2 on Netflix. And then what I'm gonna do is every 30 seconds, I'm gonna pause and talk. Okay? To avoid copyright. Alright. So, alright. Okay. Alright. We're gonna do this. I need a timer. Where's the... Okay, I see one. Right now. 30. Alright. And then... transition. Alright, so that was the intro. That gave me enough time to try to set this up. Alright. Let's do it. Can't get it right. There we go. Alright. 5 more seconds and then this is gonna be fun. Alright.
Is the only planet we know of where life exists. And here it does so in abundance. The jungle is Eden. It covers less than 6% of the Earth's surface, but it's home to half of all the plants and animals on land.
Think about that. And we go there cutting down football fields. Football fields. Look at the statistics. Literally, football fields filled a day for us, for trees, wood. I get it. We need it. Commerce, etc., etc. But you gotta think of a better way. It's crazy because this is amazing shit, and we're losing out on natural resources and shit.
Land. Jungles have just the right amount of light, water and nutrients, and they have had every day for millennia. Life here should be easy.
It's crazy where the evolution that happens, like our ability to adapt to our environment, but it takes time. It takes a very long time to adapt, but we do adapt. It's so fucking cool seeing these animals and the ruthless nature of them, and some of them, like the personalities and stuff.
This is an indri. It's a primate like us, and these forests in Madagascar are its home.
This shit excites me. When I was a kid, I used to like to jump from tree to tree like that. Brave as fuck. I actually fell out of a tree. The shirt right here got hooked on the wooden fence, and then this side got hooked on a nail because I jumped from a branch and it started raining. So the branches got wet, and I was like going down out of the tree so that I could not die. And I fell, and the nail was stuck in my arm, and I like ripped it off. I was probably like 6. Yeah, 6. I was probably like 6 years old. Ran across the street to my aunt's house. It was like a friend who we considered an aunt. She looked at it. She was, oh, you're probably need stitches. And then I started crying. Then. But I love doing monkey shit like parkour. Man, that shit gets my blood boiling.
But to survive here, it has to face one major challenge. Paradise is crowded. Life fills every niche. And at any one time, a staggering variety of species and countless individuals are striving for space and food. Like every jungle...
Stay out.
I have something for you.
Alright, come in. Not right now.
Okay, well,
Thank you.
there's
Appreciate
one in
it.
the kitchen, you're
Appreciate it. So my mom moved back in and she took charge of food. And she trying to feed me like mom should. But I'm busy right now.
Animal, Indri have to find their own way to survive in the most competitive place on Earth.
This shit's so sick. This is why I bought my drone. I bought a drone. Check this shit out. It's all old and dirty, but God, I got this bad boy. Check that out. I got the Mavic Pro. Super cool camera. But I gotta say, I gotta complain a little bit. The gimbal and the actual camera itself is so sensitive. I don't even know if you guys can hear me good enough. Let's get this mic in front of me. It's so sensitive. The camera messes up so much. It's nice. It's portable. I found this really old camera bag in my rest in peace Tom's room. He's been into this kind of stuff. But this little camera right here, it's so sensitive, you know. And right now I can't get it to register. It's all like glitchy, and I don't know if it's the cord or the camera, but I haven't been able to record. But I do plan on making some cool shit. And I want to do shit like this. This is beautiful.
Jungles are complex places. Tangled, three-dimensional worlds created by lush tropical vegetation. 90% of the animals here spend their whole lives up in the trees. And each of them has to find its own way of getting around. Hanging 30 meters above the ground.
Look at this dude. Like, it's perfectly proportioned. Tail, arm, and legs, and torso are essentially the same. They're essentially the same length. Essentially, like the tail looks like it has maybe a little bit more length to it right here, you know, because it wraps a little bit, but it also has its fingers wrapped. So if you look at the length of that, and then the length of that, see it's a little curved a little bit, and then the length of his legs to his toes, it's like a perfectly, it's the stickman monkey. That's the stickman monkey. That's what they fucking should have named him.
A spider monkey.
Spider monkey? I guess it works.
They travel in family groups and find everything they need in the top story of the jungle. Up here isn't a place for the faint-hearted. With long limbs and a prehensile tail that can grip like a hand, they're built for climbing.
Dude, this dude is literally dick swinging. Dick swing. See, this is how we need to be living our lives. We're so controlled by clothes. Like, imagine if alphas were dictated by dudes swinging from trees with their dick swinging. Like, the swinging their dick dictates your alphaness. Very funny.
But imagine having to learn these skills as high up as this. 1/3 of spider monkeys never make it to adulthood. This youngster is only a few months old. Her future depends...
They're so... They're like cat humans almost. Like that thing looks like a cat human. Like a human and a cat. Look at his little chin. Oh, look at his little chin. His little chin. Cute little button nose. It's adorbs. Adorbs.
On her ability to climb. Playing on a practice tree with her older brother and sister, she's already learning to use her tail as a safety line. Under her father's close watch.
Alright, let's skip ahead. Let's find something else more interesting. Something more not close to human. This looks like some kind of lizard. Oh, hell yeah. Is it cool enough though? Let's see what else is in here. Ooh, jaguar. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, right here. This is where shit gets real. This is where it gets real, you guys. Ooh, look at this little bat in a banana tree.
In some jungles, like here in Brazil, it rains so much that for part of the year, the trees are almost totally submerged.
Wow. I wonder how long that would take to go into a drought. Because you gotta assume like all the way down, as far down as it can go, it's water. So, like deep down in the soil. So how long would it take for a drought to happen there? Because I do believe that that is possible. I do believe that it's possible that like regionally the weather shifts. Because like we're following a flying fireball, nuclear explosion hurling through space, right? And you got all these planets surrounding it. And if you're looking at it from a one dimension or two-dimensional, right, it's flat. But if you look at it three-dimensional, it's a spiral hurling through space. Like that. So I forgot what my point was. Oh, so the Earth is spinning and this is spinning. So like, I mean, and like apparently the poles shifted this year. Apparently I had a hair in my mouth. I don't know what that's about. The poles shifting. I mean, nothing weird happened, did it? I mean, no ducks started flying north, did they? I don't think so. All right.
The forest floor is 10 meters below the water's surface. This is a mysterious world, a place few people have ever explored.
Whoa, look at this shit. Fucking freak you out, bro. What in the shit is that?
We have much to discover about the animals for which this is home, including some you might never expect.
What is he gonna say next? You might never expect what? Like an alligator? Freaking million-year-old dinosaur? That and the Komodo dragon. Crazy, huh?
Expect to find amongst trees.
Is that a hippo? What is that?
Here, 1,500 kilometers from the sea, are dolphins.
What? I was not expecting that.
A newly identified species of river dolphin found nowhere else.
River dolphin, huh? How do you guys feel about that? River dolphin. How does it make you feel? Makes you feel dumb, right? Bet you didn't know there are fucking river dolphins, you fucks.
On Earth.
I didn't know.
In these black tangled waters, they have become almost totally blind, so they move slowly, carefully using their sonar to scan the forest floor for fish.
See, I'm telling you guys, there's something about us on Earth. Like, dolphins are smart as fuck, right? We all know that they're super smart. That ain't new. There ain't nothing new about that. But they went blind because of where their habitat is. I mean, man, it's like if humans went underground and we became cave people. Like, our eyes we wouldn't be able to see as well out above ground in the daylight, but underground we get really good vision and our hearing would go up.
If this forest can hide a new species of dolphin, what else might there be here awaiting discovery? At the shallow margins of the flooded jungle, rivers flow through lush vegetation. Here, food is so abundant, it supports giants.
Wow, look, what are those called? What are those called? They look like giant pig. What are they called? Fucking pig something. Fuck are they called? They're annoying. They squeak. Guinea pig. They're like giant guinea pigs. Look at them. Look at their face. Ooh. Looks like a weird horse guinea pig. You know, it looks like a horse guinea pig almost.
Capybara, the biggest rodents in the world. Giant otters, the size of a man. And the rulers of these rivers, caiman. They grow to 10 feet long and kill anything they get between their jaws.
Y'all complaining about Starbucks being closed on Christmas. I bet Starbucks was open on Christmas. I'm telling y'all, we got it so good right now. We got it so good.
But there are more artful hunters, drawn here from the surrounding forest. A jaguar, the supreme jungle predator.
If the Jaguar is anything like the car, oh, you bad. You bad, bitch. Nah, for real, Jaguars, they roll solo dolo. Yo, bro, they hustle. All
The river marks the edge of his territory. But here, he has competition.
Oh no. See, that's another thing y'all gotta realize. We don't have to deal with that shit anymore either, man. We got it so good. We got it so we don't even have to worry about them intruding on us. Like, our lives are great. Like, y'all complaining about not having filtered water. Drink the fucking fluoridated water. At least you don't die from diarrhea.
He's now in the territory of a female. She has ruled this stretch of river for 5 years. This is her place to hunt.
Imagine that shit. And I plan on going hiking in the Southern California mountains where there's lions and mountain lions and coyotes. But I got my bow. I've been practicing. I'm not bad at it. Follow me on Instagram. At Toni, ToniCosner. Toni Cosner. Follow me on there. I do live videos of me dabbing and shooting arrows.
Capybara are strong and wary. The key.
He's staring death right in the eyes. What'd you guys do today? Did you stare death in the eye? I don't even know the outcome. He's most likely gonna get eaten. But did you stare death in the eye? Because you knew. You're like, what? Alright, you gonna eat me? You still don't scare me. That's what he was saying.
His stealth.
He's not very stealthy. He kind of sticks out.
She needs to get within a meter if she's to pounce.
He's still grubbing. He can't be eaten when danger is around. See, that's where he fucks up. See, this is where a lot of a rookie mistake is made in nature. If you have predators around, don't eat. Don't eat if there's predators around. You know why? Because you can't hear as well. Your jaw is right there. Your ears are always close to where the sound comes out. And if you're eating, you can't hear as well. That means you're not focused. Creepy. Got away. Look at him swimming away.
Not this time.
Not today, Bo. Not today. Look, this alligator is like what? Oh, Jaguar's all sad. Jaguar's gonna get eaten. Look at that.
She's not the only female.
You see those butterflies? Look like a wallpaper. That could have been like photo of the year.
Here. Each part of this jungle's edge is ruled by a different queen. Few places on Earth have enough food to support so many big cats.
Yeah, that's true. We'd kill him like we kill all the other predators. We're the #1 predator in the world, so.
The male hunts in a different way. Weighing over 130 kilos.
130 kilos. What is that, like 200 something pounds? 200 something pounds?
Kilos. It's hard to be stealthy. And with so many other jaguars around, he doesn't bother with wary capybara. He seeks a different prey.
This looks like a beaver den. Like look at that. Except it's just on ground. It's not blocking a river.
He's become a killer
Cats trip on fucking DMT. They trip on bark. They eat trip balls all the time. Good for them. I'm getting hot mouth from the weed. But this cat has got an alligator by the neck. This cat killed a predator on its home turf. It just shows how much better that cat is at killing than the alligator or a crocodile.
Jaguars have the most powerful bite of any cat. And he knows the caiman's most vulnerable point, the back of its skull.
Fuck. That's that. Gives you the willies. Like it's like die. I'm gonna eat you now. Give up. Give up. Alligator was like, nah, bro, I can get free. Really snapped his neck down. Yeah, because those fucking little cats got or whatever, those rodents. You hear that?
Hunters living in the dense understory of the jungle come in all shapes and sizes. But they share a problem. How to tell what is a plant and what is prey?
Everybody's all confused.
This is a game of hide and seek that can be won or lost in the blink of an eye.
It's funny, it's like camouflage gone wrong. Like nobody can tell what is and what isn't. Check it out. You get vape juice, apparel, hats, shirts at vapepanda.com, 15% off with the promotional code at checkout, GSMH. It is this right here on the screen. On the screen? Where is it at? On the screen right here? Can you guys see it? I don't think you can see it. Anyways, yeah, that's where it's at. That's where it's at. Okay? Alright, GSMH. vapepanda.com.
The long contest.
That's so crazy, man. That's crazy. So intelligent. You ever notice that that's where all of our inventions and technology goes towards is defense? Do you think it's a genetic, like, encoded thing in living species to always adapt so that it can survive against attack? I think that's something we need to recognize when we think about the world. Yeah, that's the way our genes are. I think that's the way our culture should be. Always ready to adapt.
Between predator and prey has produced mimicry of astounding accuracy. A leaf-tailed gecko masquerading as lichen.
Oops. See what I'm saying? That's crazy. This nigga look like moss. He look like tree bark and moss.
some animals take camouflage a stage further still. And these streams in Costa Rica...
Costa Rica, huh? Let's see what this is going to be about. It's going to be about some bugs. I want to see something funny. Ooh, let's look at this one. We'll start here. But while if you guys are watching right now, make sure you subscribe and share it. I know this ain't that fun right now, but I feel like doing this. This is what I feel like doing. Normally, I would have someone on and have a conversation with, but this is what I feel like doing right now. Kill some time. It's fun. It's fun.
Insects begin to glow as they search for mates. Fungi, unlike plants, thrive in the darkness of the forest floor. They're hidden until they begin to develop the incredible structures with which they reproduce. Each releasing...
That's fucking dope, man. Nature is beautiful. Y'all don't even know.
Is millions of microscopic spores that drift invisibly away. Many have fruiting bodies that reach upwards to catch any feeble current there might be in the clammy air.
Wow. I like the fucking... I wonder if those plants are getting hit with light, like a UV light, like they or the light that they're using is causing a reaction. Like that's just how they look. You know?
But this one, as it grows, becomes luminous.
Imagine.
Why fungi light up has remained a mystery.
Maybe because it's alive, bro. Maybe because it's alive. Or maybe because bioluminescence itself is a species that thrives on a fungus. Maybe it's a symbiotic relationship between the two. We just don't know it yet because we don't have that type of intelligence. Maybe. Or maybe they're souls. Maybe. But we don't know.
Until now. Scientists studying the brightest fungi in the world think they may have an answer. Like a beacon, the light attracts insects.
See? It's always about life and death, you guys. Can't escape that shit. But you can do it. You can live it a little bit better. Right? We're all eventually going to go towards our death. But in the meantime, might as well have fun, right?
From far and wide. To this click beetle, a bright light means only one thing, a female click beetle.
Oh snap, we gotta get some.
So he flashes in reply.
I'm about to get some chon-chon. He's like, hell yeah, it's about time. I'm gonna get laid. That's what he was thinking. I'm gonna get laid. See? I'm gonna get laid. I bet this camera got recorded.
But he doesn't get the reception he was expecting. Confused, he starts searching for a female, and that helps the fungus. By the time he gives up, he's covered in the fungus's spores. And as he continues his quest for a female, he carries these spores to other parts of the forest.
That's like herpes. He got herpes from the fungus. He brought bioluminescent spores from a transsexual bioluminescent plant.
Oh no, I'm reclaiming some wax from my thing.
And there are even stranger things glowing in the jungle night. These are the multicolored lights of a railroad worm. It's not really a worm, but a poisonous caterpillar-like beetle.
That's fucked up because that looks like it's like a trap. That's like a trap. That's what a trap is, you guys.
Beautiful, beautiful things. Like, grab me, pick me up, check me out, look at me, find out what I do, and it fucking poisons your ass.
The yellow lights warn other creatures to keep out of its way. It's hunting for millipedes. When it finds the trail of one, it switches off its yellow lights. Now it only has a red light on its head. Millipedes can't see red light. So to them, the railroad worm in stealth mode is virtually invisible.
That's a tactic that they do in the military. With the infrared vision goggles, they'll have this really dim red light on the vehicles, right? You can't see it with the naked eye; it's invisible to us. Like we'd have to be up real close to see it. And then with the night vision goggles, it's like your tail lights are on.
And that is the end of the millipede. Competition in the jungles forces animals to specialize in every aspect.
Don't these guys have like the best job? Look at this. They get to travel around the world and take videos of all this beautiful stuff. That's what they do for a living. Tell you what.
To their life, including courtship. This has produced some of the most beautiful and elaborate displays on the planet. A male red bird of paradise competing to attract a female by dancing. One has come to survey what's on offer.
Wow, bird of paradise, huh? It almost looks like a phoenix.
She is an independent lady and she will select whichever male takes her fancy.
Trying to get that bird dick. It's all about, dang, man. And our culture today is making things like that bad. That's that George Orwell 1982 or 87 or whatever that was, 1982. I think it was 82. And that's where we're going. We don't need to go that way as a society. We still need to be free and open and deal with what people had to say, regardless if we don't like it. We don't have to like it.
She makes her choice. But now she doesn't seem quite so sure.
Isn't that so rapey? Isn't that rapey, you guys? Like, if we were to do that today, we could get in trouble for sexual assault. She backed up, though. She was like, boy, your breath. Come on. Could have brushed your gill. She could have brushed that beak. Why your beak so stank? It's like, boy, you better back up. Shake it a little more.
Oh.
I don't know. No. Not interested. What happens if I don't shake it right?
No?
Don't shake it right.
Perhaps he's just a little too keen.
Oh, that's tight. Poor guy. Look at her boobs. She's flexing her chi-chis.
Maybe he'll have better luck tomorrow.
See? Persistence, man. You gotta deal. Sometimes in life, you're gonna get put down. They're gonna say no. You keep showing up. Keep bringing flowers and fruits and candies and foot rubs and stuff. I don't know. I'm terrible at relationships. What do I know? Take some notes, right?
Red birds of paradise display in the treetops. Other members of the family dance in the gloom of the forest floor.
Oh!
This is a Wilson's bird of paradise.
Look at that. It's like a little mini. Look at those colors. Those 3 colors make up all the colors in the world. Those are the 3 base colors. Right? Red, yellow, blue. Yes. Right? Yeah. I went to art school. I know things. I have a... Yes, it's red, yellow, blue. I have an art painting over there. I don't know if you can see it. Right there. I did that when I was in college. It's a little camera stand deal. Let's get back to the show.
He's brightly coloured, but about the size of a sparrow.
Look at the tail, though. Look at the tail, though. That's sick.
He's lived most of his life alone.
Aww.
But now he's an adult, and he too needs to attract a mate. This little patch of light might help him do so.
Ooh, it's gonna shine bright. It's gonna shine bright.
First, he tidies things up, showing off in this job.
Hey, it's in male nature, right? We're gonna clean up our room. We're gonna clean up our room before the lady comes over. Normally our room's a fucking mess and we don't care. But the moment someone's coming over, we just start cleaning up because we know.
Jumble of leaves wouldn't be easy, and his beauty will stand out better against a plain background.
So intelligent, man. Getting rid of competition.
He doesn't want bright leaves to divert a visitor's attention.
Look at that.
They all need to go.
Cleaning that shit up.
Even the green ones.
That's probably how they find them. They probably walk through the jungle where they're known to be at, and they look for clean patches. It's probably how they find. This is a fucking beautiful bird, man. Crazy.
Especially the green ones. His stage is set. A central pole and a little patch of light. It's perfect.
Look at that. Ain't nothing in the way.
And now he must hope a female hears his call.
Oh, oops, I went too long. My kids are fighting, but I'm not gonna yell. What's the point, right?
He can wait here for weeks on end.
Oh man, that's so. He's like, I've been alone long ass time. Imagine.
At last, a female.
That's so weird.
Time to take up position. She will judge.
we're one of, I don't know, what other species do the women, do the females, other than us, do all the fucking peacocking, all the, like, only women do it. Men don't really have to. I mean, we can be well dressed, and be well, you know, bathed, and be secure financially and strong. But for women, they have to be like beautiful. They have to stand out. They have to be like eye-catching, curves. They have to have beautiful curves, like, and color, eye color, paint on the face, hair color, clothing, bright, always like red or bright pink is always. It's weird.
Him by the brightness of his feathers. But for the female to see him at his best, he needs her to perch directly above his stage, under the light. This might be his only chance to shine.
Can you imagine the type of stress and anxiety, like, in that bird's lifetime? It's probably gonna have like 1 or 2 chances to get its freak on, and it's all dependent on how beautiful it can make itself and how clean it can make itself and its environment. Yeah. And then it's possible the chick's gonna be like, nah. And I don't think rape is in bird culture, at least for these birds. I don't think.
Now, when she's looking directly down on him, he reveals her display for her eyes only. In the gloom of the forest floor, he is a dazzling blaze of iridescent green, the brightest leaf in the forest.
Oh, I see what he did there. Come on, man. This shit is brilliant. Holy shit. God is real. God is a genius.
And that does the trick.
Get it? That was really fast. He's like, I'm tired now. She's like, all right.
Each animal must find its own way of surviving the competition of the jungle.
Got it. I would say that wasn't relatively that bad. You know, I wonder how long that took. There was time lapse. If it wasn't time lapse, that wasn't that bad, right? A couple minutes, and his genealogy passes on. Mission accomplished. Now what did he do? Did he go hang out with the boys, with the Lion King and all those guys, Rafiki and that flying bird? Is that where they go after they get their chicka? Oh, the bow chicka pow wow. No. No. Okay. Alright.
This crowded world is so full of invention that almost all kinds of animals on land can trace their origins back here. Including us. These forests in Madagascar are home to one of our distant cousins. This female Indri has fought to keep this particular patch of forest safe for herself and her family. Every morning, the family come together to sing, their way of reminding others that this is their home.
That shit would piss me off, you guys. If I was around that sound all the time, I would lose my mind. I would lose it.
Indri are so closely adapted to living here that now they can live nowhere else. For them and the billions of animals with whom they share their home, the jungle is a sanctuary. But this is changing.
I wonder what the next step in evolution is for them. We're getting pretty close. I'm still wondering what it is for us. Maybe we could talk about it with either B-Rob or Ray from the Naked Porch.
Even in the 10 years since the head of this family was born, 10,000 square kilometers of the rainforest have been destroyed in Madagascar alone. And with it, half the Indri families that once lived there. The local people say the Indris are our brothers, and their song is a call to remind us that we too once depended on the jungle.
See, that's why I'm getting back to. I'm getting back to that raw nature. I got me a bow. I'll show it later. I showed it before. I got a bow. I got all the camping and ruck. I got everything I need to go and get out in nature and do it. And I think after I quit cleaning pools and I start my new job, and I'm gonna get some time, and I'm gonna go do it all by myself, and I'm gonna record it. I'm gonna do the whole thing.
This Eden is still a place of wonder and magic. Something surely worth protecting.
Oh, he's going night-night.
Next time, a land of extreme.
That was it, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. What in the hell? Alright, got that out of the way. So, I'll be back with one or two guests. So, be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, share it with friends. Alright? Alright, guys. Bye.